with a place in the Welsh Open semi-finals at stake over the best of 9 frames. And it's Alan to get us underway. And this is their 4th meeting this season alone.
Welsh Open.
Alan has won a couple of them, including at the Masters, and on his way to that very dominant performance he produced over the week at the Champion of Champions, which he won, of course, with something to spare. But John Higgins was able to get the better of Alan in their most recent meeting just a couple of weeks ago at the German Masters. And as has been mentioned, he seems to be playing extremely well right now, so a fascinating match in the offing. And for Higgins this weekend, Neil, the challenge is to end that 3-year ranking title drought.
Indeed, and I doubt anything else but lifting up that wonderful slate trophy at the end will suffice, because he's been into the latter stages of so many events. Until he gets another one, I don't think he'll be back, or we'll be saying that he's back to his best. He's just a very difficult player to beat, of course. But, there is a strong argument the winner of the event might come from this match. The world champions in the bottom half and other players are in it too, but this match-up is two of the most likely winners locking horns.
Very good save.
The winner will face either Gary Wilson or Anthony McGill. They feature in our quarter-final this evening on table 2 from 7 o'clock UK time. And you'll be able to watch that quarter-final on Discovery Plus. The match to follow this one, Dominic Dale. What a week he's having. His first ranking quarter-final since the Turkish Masters a couple of years ago against Elliot Slesser, who, as Jimmy mentioned, has got a couple of big wins over Ronnie O'Sullivan on his CV. And on table 1 this evening from 7, it's Luca Brissell, a rejuvenated Luca Brissell again. Packed house, but that's been the case from ball 1 on day 1 here at Venue Cymru. This tournament has always been so well supported. It has a rich history. The 3rd longest running ranking event after the World and UK Championships dates back to 1992. This is the 33rd edition, and of course John Higgins has won more than anyone else with 5 titles.
Already a safety battle between this pair. There should be, I would think, quite a bit of that. Certainly the chances won't be frequent, I think, for either player. John has put Mark in a spot of trouble here, looking to just come thin off of the red by the pink, I would think. Maybe the one below it. No, there's that one. But the level of safety at the highest level now is, it's right up there with as good as we've seen. Everyone can play very specific and strategic safety shots now. Because
nice try.
if he hits the blue, Alan's in a spot of bother, so I think that's what he'll play.
4-1, Ryan Day 4-1, but last night was a different story. He had to come from 3-1 behind to win a decider against Matt Selt, who had a chance in that deciding frame. He didn't land nicely on the final yellow, missed it, and in the end Higgins won on the blue. So close shave, but he
playing on 3 cushions. We did nominate that one. He's going the other way.
Foul, a miss.
I'm surprised he played in that.
John Higgins won, Mark
cushion
Allen
effort,
5.
quite honestly. And I don't suppose Mark Allen Can have it put back, really, because
Yeah,
John might
sure.
get the shot and snooker him this time.
Back.
It's a risk, I think this is. I think this is a definite
You just
risk.
bring it off the yellow, please.
Because he might end up in a snooker of his own. In the end, John will hit the blue and then Mark won't have a shot.
Colin Humphreys, our referee for this one. The overall head-to-head is edged by Mark Allen, 12 victories to 10.
Yeah. Thank you.
And they've played on all the biggest stages: World Championship, UK Championship, Masters.
You okay with the weight, yeah? Mark, thank you. Blue again.
It's a strange shot this is, I think,
Slightly more in.
because he's trying to hit the blue, but it appears that other balls are in the way of one cushion, to me.
Blue. Blue ball.
Must have a route planned. Let's see. I don't understand why he's playing the blue from that way.
Foul. A miss. Mark Allen 5.
Looks like he sort of just mouthed there to Colin Humphreys that he tends to play, so no miss accepted.
Aside from that act of escapology against Chow Yupeng, it's been very much plain sailing for Mark Allen as he misses the long red quite thick to give Higgins a chance. One frame in his last 3 matches, including a very straightforward victory over a completely out of sorts Robbie Williams, owner of the top break of 146 last night.
One.
A good shot that from Higgins.
Good shot.
It was not a natural to come round. He had to go lower on the cue ball
Very
to
good
make the
placing.
ball swing wider. And as you got nailed the shot, the red above the black, pot it and move the one to the right of the black.
7.
Very good shot.
8.
Perfect shot.
It's a measure of the ambition
15.
that John Higgins still has, and indeed the passion that he still has for this sport, that even at this stage of his career, having won 31 ranking titles, 4 world championships, nothing left to prove, that he's still looking for something new, an extra edge to his game in the form of
60.
trying to get some help for the first time in his illustrious career on the mental side of things, which he told Michael Holt he's quite enjoying. He's at the start of the process, but he's looking forward to seeing how it plays out. Trying to rid himself of those negative thoughts, as he put it, that have dogged him a little in the last couple of seasons, when he's come so close so often to winning more titles, but hasn't quite been able to cross the line. Of course, he was engaged in 5 finals a couple of seasons ago and ended up on the losing side each time. In 3 of those, he was in front, within a frame of victory. And he's had some near misses again this season at the sharp end of tournaments, but he's kept plugging away, and, well, perhaps this will be the weekend when he cracks the code again. But he's going to have to play well to make it happen.
didn't quite get on this next colour as he would have hoped. This is not part of the plan, using the long stuff. So for that reason, things have escalated slightly, and he's marginally out of position again. I'm sure he can put it right, but clearly this is not where he needed the cue ball.
26.
I think 3 or 4 shots ago, I would have been surprised to see him here. Mark Allen patiently waiting. Looks like he can just put it and run round the back of the black and take the black in. Hit.
Great shot again.
Yeah, it was just a natural in the end. But he's a little straight on the black now, so just got to make an effort to get on the red to follow this black. I was wondering if he'd come around and look at those 2 reds. Don't know if they are a plant to the right middle.
$34.
Score from Higgins.
It must be tight. I mean, the red by the pink, there must be just enough of the red available, but it's a close call. Pink's not quite in the way, it seems.
35.
Been flicking the pink. Now all of a sudden, things have got awkward again, and he's never been in complete control in this whole break. That's pretty good. Again, he went down the right cushion. Originally would not have been on his radar.
Yeah.
But it's all he's left with. And I think gently, he'll get every chance. The pocket will accept the ball. It's only when you hit these with a bit of pace attached, then they can stay out.
Very nicely done. Those are never easy, particularly with extensions on cue and rest, and Higgins could not have struck that any more sweetly.
.43 score.
Yeah, it looks at the scores, but it's quite a long way to go. It's been a very hard fought break. Feels like he's made about 80 here. But his lead is only 40 points, so Not anywhere near the winning line. Well, he's come the perfect angle here to have a choice of any of those three balls up the table, brown or yellow, would bring him into the chance to flick the reds into play.
Brown ball.
Came around and thought it was a plant. Interesting.
54.
Yeah. It's the right hand pair of reds from that camera view we saw beyond the pocket.
Jab shot.
55.
Mark Allen, sitting in his chair, might be reflecting now on his decision not to get John Higgins to play again after he'd missed the blue a couple of times. He chose instead to take on the long red, missed it by a margin, and this is the result.
Yeah, I agree with you. At the time, if John had played the three cushion escape and missed, then I got a feeling that Mark Allen would have had to play it. But the way he was coming in from seemingly with the brown in the way, maybe there was an argument to let him have another couple of cracks at it, getting out of it. It was a self-inflicted snooker in the first place. Anyway, this has now become a very effective break because there's been a lot of difficult shots in it and a lot of positional recoveries.
62.
But you still need
Great
red
shot.
high value colour and preferably another red after that.
John Higgins, 62.
Certainly not the most awkward ball of the break, but on this occasion Higgins doesn't negotiate the red, so chance for Allen to get back into it. Still plenty of points there. It was a very good break from John Higgins, but 53 the margin, still 67 available.
One. Eight.
Good shot.
Nine.
Black ball again.
Very slight angle here. Good shot that. He's done well. It cuts back. Of course, he was worried about pushing it too far.
16.
Good up shot.
It's a very neat shot. Didn't want to hit the other red first in particular. Put the deficit 37 points. Suggests he's going to have to do well with this visit to win the frame. Here we're heading down towards the yellow and blue here if he's not careful. which is not really what he wanted,
17.
but he couldn't do anything to change that angle. He had to play the shot he did. Now, the next shot, there's quite a lot resting on. If he takes the brown to middle, that is, cueing awkwardly.
$17, Mark Allen.
I think he's a little unlucky there. It was a good cannon. Then on the red, he had no real way of stopping the cue ball heading towards an area on the table he didn't want, and that pressurised the shot on the brown.
And this is frame ball for Higgins.
One.
So the red that he missed just now into the opposite corner, not proving significant,
Very good shot, John.
barring
Higgins.
snookers anyway. This black should make sure.
$8.
3 of them now required by Allen.
John Higgins, 8.
Yeah, with one red left, he has to carry on for the hope of a snooker and a free
Good
ball and
boy.
all of the things we always speak about. But we don't often see put into practice.
You'll have heard Mark Allen talk this week about the state of his game at the moment, and he's been quite disparaging, actually, saying he feels he's, in his words, a million miles away from playing his best. But of course, what he has been able to cultivate in the last couple of seasons when he's had a lot of success is win ugly, win when he's not playing well. He's become very adept at that. Changed tactics, played the percentages more often. That's a typical John Higgins safety shot. To keep the pressure on, even though it's this man who needs the snookers. And although he's not been at his best this season, he's still been able to win 2 tournaments. The shootout, which was significant because it got him into the World Grand Prix, and the Champion of Champions, where he was outstanding. I think a world of pain is coming again very shortly.
Yeah, I mean, this is the most cast iron snooker you could ever see that he's about to be put in, already 44 behind. So probably a hit and hope here, and hit it, hope to get a snooker back. Can't really do anything else.
Snooker again.
Frame is virtually over.
This is a difficult snooker.
We'll settle for that.
Well, that certainly put paid to a very satisfactory opening frame for John Higgins.
First shot, very good
Things
shot.
were going a little wrong early on when he was trying to hit the blue without success, but he was afforded a way back in after Allen missed the
John
long
Higgins,
red,
one
and he
and a frame.
carved out a fine break of 62. Not quite a frame-winning one, but he's added the finishing touches since, and so it's the record 5 times Welsh Open champion John Higgins.
Please subscribe my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.